Alright, what's up, Dragon Brood? Today we're going to be doing something a little different. We're going to be playing Jund with a lot of legends, but we're going to be going off the rails a little bit. I have a really weird experiment, but we're going to play some fun cards, so let's go hop in and see what we're going to be rocking with today. As always, don't forget to pay some love to our sponsor, ultrapro.com/PowrDragn. Use promo code PowrDragn. You'll save 5% at checkout, and they'll give a little kickback here to the channel. Also, I want to give a shout out to some of our new members here on YouTube as well. So Andreas Fritz, Daniel Samoz, and Paul Gowdy, thanks for the upgrade. So still have some stuff coming for y'all. Just been a little bit busy the last couple days. But thank you for supporting the channel. Okay, now let's get into this deck, because we have some pretty interesting things. And we're going to approach this a little bit different than we do most of our card highlights here, because this is really a strategy that revolves around two things. One is going to be getting some mana creatures out on turn 2. So for that, we're going to be playing Llanowar Loam Speaker and Reclusive Taxidermist. And this is really big because the goal for this deck is going to be to go from 2 mana to 4 mana as often as we can. Obviously, these are going to die to spot removal, cut downs, whatever. But if they live, it opens up the door for a lot of different things. Plus, we want the mana fixing anyway. But we have a whole host of things we're trying to cast at 4 mana. That includes Shieldred, Atsushi, Halana Nalena, even Hidetsugu. We're going to try doing some really weird stuff with this deck, but giving ourselves multiple ways to attack, lots of variety of things we could do, and maybe catch our opponent on the back foot because they're not going to see where we're coming from. But not just that, we also get a pool of Planeswalkers we get to mess with as well here, because we're going to have Arlen, the Pax Hope, we're also going to have Sorin, and we're going to be rocking some Luca and Nissa as well. So these are going to help round out the things that we can use that mana for. So even if we have one of those mana creatures die early, we can still use them late because we have plenty of things we can spend mana on. Obviously in this colors, we're going to be rounding out the deck with a bunch of different types of removal. But one card in particular I do want to bring up is Terra Sunder, because I do think this card is underplayed. And since we're in the right colors here, we definitely want to go ahead and take advantage of this. And we're going to also be playing some Hajar because, well, we're playing a bunch of other legends and Hajar is going to be able to keep things alive, so why not? So yeah, that's it. Let's go hop in, let's play some games, let's keep it short and sweet today. But remember to catch up with me at the end of the video because we will definitely have changes to this list after we learn some things from playing some games with it. We have the mana, so let's keep it. I mean, almost have the mana. We obviously need a 4th one for Shieldred, but yeah, we'll see. Maybe we just draw a dude here that matters, and we'll just make that go. Alright. Hopefully no cut downs. I mean, it doesn't mean the taxidermist gets to live either, but you never know. Okay, there's an underdog. That could have been a lot worse. I guess we try? I mean, I guess maybe I should have Hajar plus Infernal Grasp first. Yeah, that actually makes more sense. And then I could actually protect the Shieldred. Now I kind of left myself in a worse situation. I mean, I guess on the plus side, we can defend against the Shieldred as well, so it's mostly fine. And then now we can defend a Soul of Windgrace. Or at least protect one, I should say. Yeah, we'll take it. No blocks. No need to get too fancy there. I would like to draw, to be honest, like another land so we could be set up to maybe hit Zeatora. Okay, that'll help. And then we'll attack. Alright, let's find that Zeatora land. Needs to be untapped deck. I'm asking for specifics here. Alright, there's another Shakedown Heavy. And a Scrap Gorger. Okay. Well, now we really are going to need to come over the top with the Zeatora. Or maybe just make a really big dude. That's an interesting situation, huh? Alright. We're going to make this real big. And No attacks in the turn. Kind of wondering what removal they're playing. I mean, I think I'm just double blocking here. Decline. I mean, if they got something, they got something, you know? I mean, if they had a kill spell, they'd have used it, right? We're gambling. Ooh, Archfiend. That's cool. Alright. Definitely want to hit Zeotor now. This has almost become a necessity. Like more than a request. Okay, that helps a lot. No attacks. No sacrifice. Because now they have to find something here. Or we just block and survive all their stuff. Uh-oh. They're using it now? Uh-oh. What's about to happen to us? Okay, that's fine. Whew. I was genuinely concerned there for a second. Nissa. We can just go... Can't go a full-size Nissa. Because we need 7. We got 6. I think I'd rather just play this Ajar. Don't have any lands in the yard. If we make this a 9, or it'd be 8 toughness, you'd have to block and block. But then they'd be able to start drawing cards. I'm kinda willing to do that though, just the same. Because I mean, again, we could just sacrifice Ajar, I guess, if we care that much. I mean, if we attack with both of these, like the opponent takes 8, they would go to 10. They chump block probably with that. Then we'd block. Yeah, I guess that's all we can attack with. Much I'd like to attack with more. Alright, that's all they're giving us. Fair enough. Decline. We could shoot the Fiend, but right now the opponent would have to find 2 removal cards. Or something that makes us sacrifice. Or is it just going to die to their own Archfiend at this rate? Yeah, there you go. Yeah, let's keep this. Alright. Let's see what we got going on. We play the Loam Speaker. If Loam Speaker dies, we try to play Gix. If Loam Speaker lives, we play Halana and Elena. And then we figure it out from there. Alright. Fair. We can live with that as an outcome. Let's go with this. Having Atsushi next turn is going to be pretty nice too. Because then if we do block and it dies to a double striker, we don't care that much. You got it. I'll block, I guess. You protect your dude. They're not even protecting their dude. Huh. Guess they forgot we also had the first strike. There you go. Boom. We'll take it. We go first. Sure. Let's rock and roll with this. Ooh, Rabbit Battery. Big fan. Don't see that too often. Alright. Please don't kill our taxidermist. Please don't kill our taxidermist. Oh, no. He's way dead. Alright, fair enough. I think we're just going to do this and go with this dude. Trespasser. Alright. Fair enough. Oh, this is where we have to make a decision, huh? Alright, I guess it's Luca. And we minus. No attacks. So we can keep Luca alive long enough to play a Junji. Unless they have the 2 correct removal here, and that would suck a lot. Yeah, if you juice it up, fair enough. We just double block. I mean, I guess it didn't have to double block, but it feels better. And we get to keep a body anyway. Though now we don't even have to do that. We can just do this and make another body. And if we were really brazen, we could attack, but I don't want to do that because they have the ability to give stuff. Haste. If they attack, though, they do get to remove the... Well, we would get a trespasser from their yard, so I guess it's fine. We do have a reasonable target either way. Yep. Take your pick. You do what you want to do here, opponent. Nothing is what they want to do, and we like that. Plus, we'll play this. Play this. Make a vampire. Next. No attacks. Actually, do I want to play this tapped or do we want to draw next turn? I think we're going to play this tapped because we can draw another card with Sorin, and we may want to cast multiple things. But after that, we're going to start attacking with Junji. Yeah, we're not too worried about underdogs. You just do what you do here. They do get cards off of them, which, you know, is what it is. I guess we don't have to attack with Junji. We could attack with the vampire. That's so much life. We will decline. That's cute. That's cute. Next, we'll attack with this. I mean, do we? I mean, opponents got that. I mean, like, I'm kind of like, maybe we attack with stuff. I don't know. Yeah, let's do it. Let's just speed up the clock here. We know Nissa's on top. We're going to play this, dude. Like, whatever. We got piles of things here. I mean, next turn, we were looking at lethal, practically, if they attack. So, sure. Alright, that works. This is pretty medium, but, you know, we'll keep. See if double Hajar does anything. We at least have an Infernal Grasp to go with it. And I mean, on the plus side, I guess Hajar can't really be hit with the cut down. So there's that. Alright, you got a corrupt official. Sounds great. Haven't played against Discard in a while, so this could be kind of tough. Definitely wasn't on my radar of things to be concerned about, but here we are. In the turn. Probably discarding a land, because then we have Soul of Windgrace that can try to get one back. Which is kind of funny. Yep, we're going to go to a whole 19. Kaito. Alright.
There are many secrets I don't know. Not from I know something you don't know.
Yeah. Alright, we're going to have all of our mana that we need here. So I guess we just attack. End the turn. I would have liked to have drawn stuff other than just lands, though. I mean, not bad when we have a Soul of Windgrace, but, you know, we kind of need some other things. What you got for us? I mean, I guess we have to sack this. I guess if you can kill Soul of Windgrace, you can kill him. I mean, nothing I can do about it. I'm definitely not interested in blocking. Not in that line of work.
Now, what do we have here?
Corrupt Court Official, sure. Get rid of a land. Actually, let's get rid of the mountain. Well, not that it matters, because we're just going to draw piles of land this game. Okay, so let's kill this. So that we can kill a Kaito. Get the land back into play. And hopefully that matters. Though there's... I guess if they had another Edict, they would have just played it last turn. So unless they just drew it, it's probably fine. Getaway card. That's one you don't see too often. Kind of cool. Through the car, and then... Getaway card. Attacks or blocks. Okay, that's what I thought. It's not just when it's... Oh, but it has haste. Go figure. Yeah, that's fine. We go to 12. It doesn't do me any good to draw a card, so we're probably better off to just gain life. Because we just discard whatever we draw. But we need, like, another real threat. I mean, we've literally just drawn lands. Okay, that's something at least. Like, that at least does a real thing. Try to get in for a 7-ball. We can return lands. Look at us. Doing the thing. Alright, let's see how bad it is. Thirst. That's not bad at all. Now, spot removal still makes us cry, but, you know, maybe we find another creature. Come on, don't kill our Soul of Windgrace. Okay, that's cool, because they can't cut down the Windgrace. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. No, leave this dude alone. Thank you. Oh my gosh. All right, we at least can draw a card here. I mean, if they can kill him, they can kill him. They would have done that already. All right. I'm just playing this in case they draw another Edict. There's lands. Look. All right, opponent's at 7. Siphon Insight. I do have some damn good cards they can cast, which would be really bad for us. And they have the mana to cast all of them. But apparently they didn't get anything they wanted because they're casting Thirst for Discovery here. What is the mystery card? Okay, it was a land, which actually may still work for them. Ah, Death Toucher. That's super sad. Double Death Toucher. That's extra sad. Not so many Death Touchers anymore. I guess what we're going to do... Let's go ahead and just play full value first. See if they have... They actually had negate. Okay, cool. That makes sense. Alright, then we're going to turn one of these forests into a Deuter, and we're going to attack with that. Because why would I do anything else here? Yep. Gonna trade that for your swamp? Sounds good to me. Memory does. Okay, now it's bad. Now they're probably gonna find something to do with our Soul of Windgrace. This is where, like, the whole time it's like, man, if we could have found one of our dragons or anything else, like, we'd have been set. Alright, another cut down. And now an Edict. I would understand if it were. Okay, well, you're something, I guess. We'll pass. It's not worth attacking into a couple of Death Touchers. Yep. I mean, eventually they're going to get one of our creatures that we've been waiting on. This game definitely did not go the way we wanted. Alright, Soul of Windgrace finally dead. Not that we didn't see that coming. I mean, you can get a Soul of Windgrace if you want, opponent. It's a totally excellent card, I promise. Alright, deck. Come on. Give us something good here. Hell, at this point, I'd take a Nissa. That's not awful, I guess. But though now we know the opponent's playing negates. Virus Beetle, sure. I guess we'll go ahead and use it then. Okay. Well, the good news is we got rid of the Katose before they tried to play our dude, so we didn't lose that, which is, or have to face it, which is nice. But we're still up against it. Opponent's going through a lot of cards here, and we're kind of twiddling our thumbs at the moment. And there's not a lot, even if we were to get something like a Junji, there's not a lot to get other than probably Halana and Alena here. Oh my gosh, really? That's brutal. Alright, I'm just going to give this one to the opponent. They're going to see way more cards than we are. They can just have the win. Like, they're good. Alright, this looks like a keeper. Though this is going to create a little bit of a situation over what we want to lead with. And I think it's just Hajar here. If we had something else that we were trying to play on turn 3 as a 4-mana thing, I might play the Loam Speaker. But even then, on the draw, like, there's a good chance our stuff isn't going to survive anyway. Though that might change here, because they played Beast Caller. So, what I think we're going to do here is go ahead and play Loam Speaker and see if maybe next turn we get Hajar plus Go for the Throat. Would be pretty good. Alright, so we are going to get to pull that off, so that's kind of nice. I mean, still going to take some beatings from this Beast Caller over a couple of turns. But that does let us set up a Junji for next turn as well, which is kind of nice. I feel like I want to kill the Sunslayer now in case they have something to protect it. And I'll just gamble on the difference. And pass. Obviously, any creature makes it to where the Beast Caller isn't something we can really block. Yep, would have liked to have killed that instead, but, you know, tough life. We'll just deal with what we can. We draw. Alright, not the worst. We can go ahead and play this. And pass. Now, we will have a situation where we could Zeatora, sacrifice Junji, get something back, which would be their Glissa, maybe? Which could be kind of cool. I actually wouldn't hate that as a plan. Unless Junji just dies here, and then that's a whole different problem. Alright, we're going to have to sacrifice this to protect Junji. And this probably keeps some amount of damage off of us as well. So it's probably as good as that could have went. So we go ahead and play this. We attack for 5. We sack... Actually... Either to any target. Okay, cool. So let's sack this. We'll get back a creature. And then we'll shoot that. We're at 7, so we can still die to a lot of random stuff here. They have their own Glissa, fair enough. Now, if they attack, we can still block with Glissa because we have First Strike and Death Touch. Not sure what they want to do here. I will say we do have plenty of mana. Unfortunately, we can't really draw cards until we hit something to gain life. Because we're very low here. That's a nice addition. Don't know if it does much. I feel like we want to attack. Actually, let's see. We could play this. We could play this. Also, at the end of turn, I could turn a forest into a 3/3 and use that to shoot their Glissa. That's actually not bad. So let's do that. I think I am going to draw a card here. Opponent's on one card. I think I'm just going to connect for 6. They're at 9. We'll lose the life. Ah, that ended up not being beneficial. What would we'd be sacking Hajar to kill their Glissa? Nah, let's sack the land. Let's turn this forest into a 3/3. End of turn. Oh, wait. Mulligan this. Keep this. Scrap Junji. There we go. I don't know how this is going to work out. I really feel like we really wanted to be on the play with this type of hand, but, you know, is what it is. I think this is going to be one of those games against mono white where you kind of want to hit your planeswalkers if you're lucky. But, you know, it's easier said than done. Alright, Spirited Companion. Not sure what removal cards are going to be playing here, but I think we still just go with Shieldred, and if they just happen to have the... Because it looks like there they have the... what's it called? The Exile effect. Lay down arms. So here's another problem. If we think they have lay down arms, and we know Shieldred's really good against them, I think we just Alana once. Put the counters here. Assume that's what they're going to do here to get rid of our Alana. Or exile it in some way. Okay, so they did have it. Let's see what they do with the rest of their mana here. Oh, they had Ossification. Alright, so that actually kind of worked out. We made them use 2 removal cards for a situation where actually... Oh, that's actually not bad either. I don't think we want to get that back, though. We're not that attached to it. I'd rather save these for better things. Because then we could follow up, play this, get rid of that if we wanted to. Oh, well, we might need to get rid of old Elspeth.
I'll be your shield.
Alright. Much as I want to do other things, I think getting rid of Elspeth is absolutely correct here. And no attacks. Till we figure out the situation on Wandering Emperors or not. We're probably better off just letting Shieldred do Shieldred things. Unfortunately, Go for the Throat can't kill a Bankbuster either, so even if they found a way to crew the Bankbuster, we wouldn't be able to do anything there, which is a little bit sad. But if we play this, we can at least start attacking with a 3/3, and that's something. Well, I guess it still doesn't do anything, because again, they can crew the Bankbuster. Alright. I needed something bigger here, like a dragon or something, to come over the top to at least force their hand a little bit. But the opponent just scoops. Alright, we'll take it. That's a weird one, because it feels like, I guess the opponent felt like if I wasn't going to attack with Shieldred, they couldn't do anything, maybe? But, I don't know. Like I said, most of the mono white decks I've seen are playing either Wandering Emperor, March of Otherworldly Light, stuff like that. So I don't know. I mean, we'll take it, though. Oh, boy. Yeah. We'll see what this does. It's kind of interesting. We drew both Gix, which not something you really want, but at the same time, it's not like we're upset having it. But I think here, if the Taxidermist lives, we'll try to hit Ixugu. If it doesn't live, we're probably just going to go with the Gix here, I think. Honestly, we may even go with Gix anyway, because the opponent would like to kill that, I'm sure. And, well, now we don't really get a choice, so sure. Oh, is this Gix gone too? Looks like it might be. Well, opponent's giving us a little bit of a reprieve here. So I guess we attack and see what they got. I'm sure you got something. Oh, just a Soul Partition. Alright, that's fine. I feel like Soul Partition is like the least problematic of any removal spell we run into. I actually don't mind. It's still decent, but I don't mind my opponent's playing it because I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Like here, I just play Hidexugu next turn. I mean, Hidexugu Gix, you know, so that's fine. But also, like, if we think they have Wandering Emperor or something, like, cool, we just chill. Yeah, we'll just pay full price. They can probably counter this because they haven't had to counter anything else. Oh, no. Interesting. What is that about? Alright, well, we'll just minus then. I'm gonna pass the turn. Alright, so they're waiting on us to do something, which means they probably have a Wandering Emperor. Okay, just depopulate. Yeah, we could live with that. Oh, that's nice. We like that. Okay. I was going to do something else here with the Gix, but we have the opportunity to attack for 5. I'm going to take it. Alright. That works. Bankbuster. Cool. I assume there's still a Wandering Emperor in our future. So we can minus this one more time. We can go ahead and play this Gix. We can hit that one. I'm going to attack with all 3, I think. And if they remove the Halana Nalena, cool, I guess. But this gives us a chance to get 2 cards with the life that we have. Which is what we really want against this deck. I mean, playing against Control, if you can find a way to match them for cards, that's great.
May your blade strike true.
Interesting, they're just blocking instead of removing something. I wonder if they just really want to hold on to their cards here? Or, I mean, their Planeswalker, maybe? But, you know, could be another sweeper. If so, we're just going to go back to reloading the board. Interesting, you did that while you're at 8. So are we to think there's another Wandering Emperor? Because that would make sense. Question is, can we do anything if it is another Wandering Emperor? We attack for 10, they get rid of the 5. So they take 8, they go to 2, but they gain 2? Yeah, so they're at 5 at the end of the turn, or 4. Gosh, what do we do here? Wish I had like a creature land or something. I could also just do this, and then just discard some cards. And see how the opponent feels. Because we can use this to play activated creature abilities as well. Which, let's do that. Let's do that.
Our bone is perfect.
Let's discard... I don't think we need the Loam Speakers. Let's discard 2 cards. Maybe even 3. Let's go 3. Target this opponent. We'll get rid of 1, 2, and I'm gonna be ballsy and get rid of Go for the Throat, because why not? Okay, those those weren't particularly great. We haven't played a land yet, so sure. We'll play all these, I suppose. That kind of sucked. I was hoping to hit almost anything, like a thing that let us draw cards or whatever would have been great. Yeah. Man, that was not awesome. Other than the fact that if they sweep the board, we'll get 2 creatures. But that didn't really work out the way we wanted, to say the least. But I guess we're just attacking here. I mean, yeah, because we could even play Hajar, because that's the wrong color. Alright. Yeah, we knew there was another Wandering Emperor, but, you know, what are you going to do? They're going to stop the 5.
You're just underwhelming. My
Yep,
judgment.
they're at 4, like we predicted. We'll take our 2 cards. Okay, Soul of Windgrace. You're alright. You're alright. We do have a land in the graveyard. We got some things we can make happen here. Not a bad card to have as a follow-up. Ossification, sure. What else we got?
Remember
Is that
your
it?
training.
I mean, I don't think we have anything 2 or less we could return. Oh, we do. We have a Loam Speaker, I guess. But do we get more value out of this discarding the card? I guess we could discard one of these. And just get the Loam Speaker, since we're just going to play Hajar, probably. Discard. I guess we get the other Hajar. Yeah, sure, why not? We'll just swap 1 for 1. It's free. And we might be able to protect the Gix, so I guess it's fine. Good Soul of Windgrace if we really want to. Actually... Oh, I don't have enough black mana. I was going to say 1, 2, 3, but it's only... This would only be 6. Okay. I guess we just attack, because I can't think of anything else to do here. So I'm just going to go here. Like, force them to deal with this token. Alright, that'll Soul Partition. That's fair. We will, I could do this, select this, draw a card. I guess that's fine. Return that. Activate this, discard a land, draw a card. Alright, end the turn. I mean, if they have a sweeper here, it has to be Farewell, and even then we have Planeswalkers left, so it's not the end of the world. Alright. They're cycling. That's good news for us. We actually are in good shape here. Yep, that'll do it. Have to mulligan this. Okay, this we could probably work with. The problem is, what do we keep and what do we give up? I think I'm going to give up Sulphur Springs and play a pretty aggressive hand here. There's going to be a lot of hopes and prayers here. Alright, I assume that wasn't going to make it, so that's fine. It do what it do. Let's go with this. Alright, you got it. And another sleeper, great. Yep, no blocks. Wow, deck. We found the mana, but we need to have some bigger things to fight with here. This is not cool. Alright, you got you a Shieldred, friend. Go that. Might as well block here. Force them to spend more mana before they start getting cards. I was hoping maybe there'd be a possibility we'd find some stuff in the meantime. That's not an issue here, though. Turn this into a 3/3 and attack. kind of all we can really do here. And an Obliterator. Sure. It's alright. We can just find a Terra Sunder, right? Well, or we find a Death Toucher, dude. I guess that's fine. And we'll pass. Oh, they have something to kill our Shieldred. No, they don't, apparently. I guess it was just to trigger their Evolve Sleeper, possibly. No blocks. Have another one? Oh, they had an Invoke Despair. Boo. I guess it's got to be this dude. Thing is, I was going to say, is this possible that we could... Huh. Alright. I mean, if they have 2 removal cards, we'll probably just die anyway, right? Attack? Alright. They go to 5. I mean, we're not dead. I mean, they have Gix. That's a problem. We take 5. We go to 3. I mean, if we can find a removal card, we just win. Actually, no, we just win anyway. Because they can only block one thing here. Oh, they had another sleeper. Gross. How sick is that? Oh, now we're at 5. What can we do? What can we do? I mean, I guess we could discard this and draw a card. Then we attack, we put it into play. So let's think about this. Like, there are some things we could do here. We could gain life to go to 8 if we think that's worth it. I think I'm going to draw and gamble here. Oh, no. Oh, no. It's so sad. I don't think we can win now. Oh, that hurts. That hurts. Yep. All right. GG's. Man, that's brutal. That's brutal. Wow. All right, we're going to keep this and see if this turns into anything. I mean, we have all the mana, duders. It's just, can we make anything out of it? And I think we're going to just start with one of these. And see where things go. Okay, are we playing some type of spells deck? Because that's what it looks like. I'm going to assume they're not playing a sweeper and this is safe. Unfortunately, we didn't draw any of our bigger bodies, so we're kind of just sitting here, waiting for something to happen. Oh, that's a cool card to see. You don't get to see that too often. Cast a multicolor spell, make a treasure. And then if you pay 5, you can play whatever's exiled. That's pretty cool. Don't know what they're going to be sticking under there, but it's neat. Makes me a little leery to use this, but I almost feel like if we don't draw another threat, we probably should anyway. Because what else are we going to do? I mean, you're welcome to attack. I will gladly block. I'm not totally sure why we're not passing the turn here. But they've highlighted stuff, so I know they're still here. Okay. I'm not 100% sure what just happened. So I'm just going to shoot this. Play this. Attack for 2, draw 2 cards. Wow, deck, really? Wow, we've only drawn 1, well, technically 2, I guess, if you count the Infernal Grasp. But really, only 1 real creature that wasn't a mana creature or a land here. This is tough. Alright, well, we managed to get the win anyway. Okay, so the strategy overall worked. The problem is we had a couple of cards that really underperformed, and that was kind of disappointing. And the cards in particular that didn't really do much were Thrun. Even though I do like Thrun, don't get me wrong. I just think the way this deck is built, we have other things and the mana to do multiple things that we're better off just trying to come over the top a little bit, or even just play just more problematic creatures, I guess, than having to worry about Thrun. So I would probably just cut Thrun. I liked Zeotora, I liked Luca. Nissa is always decent, even as a way to just get rid of artifacts and enchantments, so I'm kind of okay with Nissa staying. The other card, though, as it turns out, that I wasn't a big fan of was Soul of Windgrace. I actually thought this was pretty bad for us. We got it in play multiple times, but other than just being a big body, it really wasn't doing much. We're not built around lands in the graveyard. Like, it was nice to be able to draw an extra card here or there, but I feel like we can manufacture other ways to do that. So I would go ahead and just cut both of those. We could play another Sorin, which I think would be better. And honestly, if we even want to get other cards and stuff, another Atsushi. Because there was a few times that if we could just have another creature to come over the top, like, we would have been better off, right? Now, we never drew Arlen, which I think is okay. I think we still want to keep Arlen. Arlen works with everything else in the deck. And I like the idea of having more 4-mana things, because still being on that thing of being able to play mana creatures on 2 and then play something big on 4 if one lives puts a lot more pressure on the opponent. If you were to play this in best of 3, because then they would know what you're trying to do. But even in best of 1, I like the idea of even being able to go from, say, like a Taxidermist into an Atsushi or into Halana and Elena, and just like really set up those next turns. Or honestly, I guess even into a Luca, just play a 3/3, right? That's fine. But yeah, I think overall this is playable. I have to say though, Hidetsugu, I think we only got it one time, and a problem, which I don't even know made the video, honestly, because I had some internet issues, or I don't know, it was either internet issues or server issues with Arena. I don't know which it was. But either way, the only game it came up, we had to skip turns because we were timing out. So I still don't think it's necessary, though. We have enough kill spells. This is just another way to kind of see cards. And if we're worried about that, we could just play something else that draws cards. Speaking of which, I think that spot that's been vacated, if we want to call it that, I think is going to be best served for being a Glissa, if we want to do that. I think Glissa works really well here. We have all the colors for it. Honestly, I probably should have had Glissa on the list to begin with, as just something else to play on 3 if things don't go right? And again, Glissa's kind of hard to punch through. She has First Strike, Death Touch, all that good stuff. So lots of positives happening there. I was already at 61 cards. We didn't really ever have mana issues, so I don't know if we really need all this many lands. I mean, I think that's a real question. But I think if you're willing to go to 25 lands, because I believe this is 26 right now. Yeah, I think we could get by with 25 with the extra mana creatures and whatnot. And I guess Luca as well. I'm willing to actually cut probably a Mountain and play another Glissa. Though I do like Luca a lot in this list, so we won a couple of games particularly because we had Luca. But anyway, this is what we're going to go with. We're going to play 3 Go for the Throat, 2 Infernal Grasp, 4 Loam Speaker, 4 Taxidermist, 2 Terra Sunder, 3 Hajar, 2 Gix, 2 Glissas, 2 Shieldred, 2 Sorin, 2 Atsushi, 1 Arlen, 2 Halana and Elena, and a Junji, 1 Luca, 1 Zeotora, 1 Nissa, sorry. Then our lands are all over the place. We're playing a Swamp, 2 Forests, Black Cleave Cliffs, 1 Haunted Ridge, a Sulphur Springs, 2 Deathcap Glade, 3 Llanowar Waste, 3 Carplusion Forest, 2 Rockfall Vale, 3 Zorotor's Proving Ground, and 4 Plaza of Heroes. This is all to make sure we have all the colors, but we don't have too many lands coming into play tap, so we can guaranteed play a 2-mana creature on 2 if we have it all the way up. So yeah, this is a little bit of a weird list, but it actually did work, and it was kind of interesting and fun to have all these different options. So, you know, it's whatever. But let's talk about a couple other real quick things. Okay, so I will say this. I think the deck, with those changes we made, solved for a lot of other problems as well, right? When you have stuff like Atsushi, then spot removal is not as scary. Glissa means like your opponent can't really chump block, right? They have to set up their situations a little bit different. So I kind of like the new changes we made, and I think they're going to hold up better than where we were. Also, getting that other flexibility from Glissa to maybe get a card or get rid of something else. We also added a Sorin, so we have a little more lifelink in there. So there's a couple different things going on that I think we like from these changes that are going to feel really nice as we play those games. I will say mono black can still be a little bit of an issue if they get the early removal for your mana creatures and you kind of get stuck on 3. So that is a little bit of a concern, so you have to keep that in your mind whenever you're keeping your opening hands. You want to try to keep 3 lands if you can, and it's easier to draw that 4th one, whereas if you keep 2, and even with 2 mana creatures, if those both die, you're going to get stuck a lot. So try to keep more 3-landers than 2-landers, but if you have 2 land with like 4 things you can cast or 3 things you can cast, it's probably okay to keep, but just something to keep in mind to help your games flow a little bit better. As for the deck itself, would I say build it? I mean, if you like Jund and you like playing all these different cards, I would say go for it. I don't know if it's particularly like outright significantly better than some of the other Jund decks we've seen, but it is a lot more fun than some of those other ones. So I think it depends on where you're at, what you're looking to get out of Arena or out of just Standard currently in general. But I will probably play this a few more games, even off camera, because I just enjoyed it. And now for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about Get Rog Monster. Mostly because I was thinking about, you know, if we get rid of Lord Windgrace, it's like, well, a card like this would actually be very good with it, because you want to put cards in the graveyard, and when they come into play, or whenever you play one, you get to draw a card, and like, this is just great. These two would be perfect in a deck together. If you had those in a commander deck, it'd probably be sweet. I don't know if it works in any other format, because you're talking about 2 things that are like 4 or 5 mana, but overall, really fun card, and it's actually one of those ones that's actually pretty cool whenever it shows up in a commander game. The other interesting thing about it is if you do want one, the price on these is actually held pretty steady at about $4 to $5, so you're not going to break the bank at all just trying to find one and add it to your deck. So if you are looking for another Jund deck to play, we do have this Jund mid-range list you can check out that's more traditional in the way it attacks things. But that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.